Hey, what's up? Today, rather than playing through one of the pieces I've been working on like I did in my previous videos, I thought I'd share with you some of the books that I've been using in my practice session. These are books that I found useful in my piano journey and I thought might be helpful to other learning pianists. Now, keep in mind, I am not a piano teacher. I am an adult piano learner, so these are not necessarily teacher recommendations, but rather books that I've found useful for myself. So starting off, we have the Grade 3 Piano Exam Pieces book from the ABRSM. ABRSM is, as many of you might know, one of the leading exam boards in the world. They provide exams for various different instruments, including the piano, and I actually plan to take the Grade 3 exam eventually here. I haven't scheduled it yet, but I'm currently working towards that. So this book consists of pieces that can be used in the exam. I've personally chosen out 3 that I plan to use. They're all Grade 3 level pieces. I would say there's some range in difficulty. Some of them are easier than others, but they're all on a Grade 3 level. The second book that I wanted to share with you is one that I found very valuable in building my sight reading skills. Sight reading was always one of those things that I felt I was not that good at, and about 2 months ago I decided I was going to work on that because it's something I felt I could improve and would help me in learning new pieces and just make me an all-around better pianist. And I came across this book, Sight Reading and Harmony, by Dr. Corey Hall, who is a YouTuber at the Bach Scholar YouTube channel. This book consists of some harmony and scales related exercises. Honestly, I haven't looked at those very much. What I found very useful for myself was the sight reading exercises. There's a whole section of them. I think it's 100 some, maybe like 130, 140 different sight reading exercises, and they're all based on Bach chorales, but they're in graded levels. So like grades 1 to 2 is a simplified 2-part version of the Bach chorale. And then grades 3 to 4 take the soprano and bass line of the Bach chorale and remove the inner voices, making it, it's a very contrapuntal exercise. And then grades 5 to 6 is a simple 3-part version of the chorale, and then grades 7 to 8 is a simplified 4-part version of the chorale, and then grades 9 to 10 is the original setting as Bach wrote it. And each of these is just like four bars long, so they're very manageable pieces. It's not as daunting as looking at the full chorale, especially for when you want to sit down and just do some sight reading. And they're all in different keys, so it gives you that experience as well. So yes, a very good book that I found very helpful to me. I actually, since I started using this, I find it a lot less scary to start a new piece, just because my sight reading has got better and I can now more confidently start with a new piece. My third book is one that my teacher recommended to me. He recommended that I start playing through some Bach Preludes, and this book contains 18 short preludes by J.S. Bach. I've personally so far played through Preludes number 2 and number 3. I believe they're BWV numbers 939 and 999. I'm currently working on the 999, but yeah, I hope to play through some of the other pieces in here as well. Just a very good book of Bach Preludes. And this book here is one that I was very excited about when it came out. It is Night by Ola Gjeilo. Ola Gjeilo is a Norwegian composer who has written a lot for both choir and piano, and he's actually a pianist as well. But in 2020, I believe it was, he released an album called Night, and it consists of a number of night-themed pieces, very atmospheric in style, and I enjoyed listening to it. So I was excited when he released the Night book, which contains the sheet music for all of the pieces on that album. The thing I like about this book is a lot of the pieces are fairly simple in their composition. They're not overly hard, and they're accessible to a grade 3 pianist like me. And while they're written very simply, they give you a lot of room for interpretation and voicing and technical things like that. So they feel like very serious pieces, while at the time being accessible to pianists like myself. So yes, just a solid book that I've been using in my practice. The last book that I wanted to share is New Classics to Moderns. This book contains a lot of different pieces. I'm not even sure exactly how many. It's quite a number of them, but they range from, old classics from Purcell, Bach, Mozart, Chopin, different ones like that, on through composers like Elgar, Debussy, and on to more modern composers like Philip Glass and Max Richter and others. I like this book for when I want to sight read longer pieces, or if I'm just looking for a piece to play through that's not overly complex, but gives me something to work on. I haven't gone through the whole book yet by any means, but I just love the selection that's in here, and I've found it to be a great resource for me and my practice journey. So that's the 5 books that I wanted to share with y'all. Hopefully, if nothing else, it was inspiring to you to see what another adult beginner pianist uses in their practice sessions. And feel free to leave your favorite book in the comments, and I'd be happy to take a look at that and see whether it fits my practice routine as well. So until next time, happy practicing.